Hey guys, match for you guys. Here guys, I'm going to give you guys my match review for Barcelona 1, Real Madrid 3. And I'll be completely honest and say this right now. Barcelona were not good enough to even win this game. They weren't even good enough to even maybe get a draw from this game, And for me in this game, Barcelona were disappointing. They were disappointing, man. I expected so much more from this team. And so, yeah, let's go ahead and break down how I'm going to do this match review. So basically, first off, we're going to do is talk about the specific players. We'll group the players I thought played very well. Then we'll talk about players I didn't think that were that good. They were average. Then we'll talk about players I didn't think that were good whatsoever. All right. So let's go and start with players that were great on the day. Ansu Fati for me, man of the match. As you can see right here from SofaScore, Ansu Fati was definitely the best player on the day without a doubt. Makes a brilliant goal, scores a brilliant goal, following a great cross from Jordi Alba. And he is our top goal scorer. For sure, okay? Followed by Neto. I thought Neto was brilliant on the day. I thought Neto had a great game. He made so many saves in the game. I remember that triple save in the end I think he made against Toni Kroos. He kept us in the game. And also I do want to give credit to Serginho Dest, who I thought was brilliant once again. Defensively speaking, he cut out Vinicius Jr. basically, and Ferland Mendy, he basically terrorized the left side of Real Madrid. And they weren't really able to make any good crosses into the box. Lionel Messi, I thought, was pretty good in the first half. Jordi Alba, I thought, was pretty good in the first half. And that's really about it. And Frankie de Jong, I guess, was good in the first half. Now let's go talk about players that were average for me. Average, I thought Coutinho, Pedri were decent on the day. I didn't think they were so effective as much as we saw in the previous games. I just felt like they were playing more as wide roles. They were playing as more the wide players, and I think that didn't really suit them so much. I feel like Pedri and Coutinho are both kind of like the similar type of players. I feel like both of them are essentially cams, or they play basically in the midfield, not really are much wingers per se. And I feel like that our attacking was really limited because of that. Even still, I thought they were good. They were okay. I didn't think they were bad by any means. However, I didn't think they were anywhere near as effective as we wanted to. It's kind of hard to say this. And then let's see. Gerard Piqué I thought was okay on the day, I guess, and Clement Lenglet, I guess. Okay. As for players I didn't think they performed great whatsoever, I thought Busquets was not great. Busquets, in my opinion, was one of the worst players on the day. I was disappointed with Busquets. He gave away the ball too many times. He was nowhere near as good as he used to be. And I just feel like Busquets, the more and more we're starting to use him, the more and more I'm getting frustrated with Busquets. And I think it's getting to the point now that I don't want Busquets to start in these big games anymore. I don't want him to start. He cannot start in these big games anymore. He's a liability in these big games, and it's just unnecessary. It's more of it just doesn't really fit in our team. He just doesn't really fit in our team. I would be okay if he plays the games that I'll be okay if he plays the games that we don't really need the victory. I mean, games against inferior opposition like Cadiz or those kind of teams, then I would be perfectly fine with. Okay. So now that we have talked about the specific players in the day, we could also talk about the substitutions as well. Trincao, Dembele, Braithwaite, Griezmann, they were all brought in so late in the game that I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's really fair we give them a proper rating. So I'll say these players were good. And so, yeah. Now let's go talk about the summary of the game. We'll basically talk about the game itself. So basically, starting off from the game, the first goal came from a great pass from Toni Kroos. Toni Kroos makes a brilliant pass to Sergio Ramos, who plays a great long ball to Karim Benzema, and Karim Benzema makes a great through ball for Federico Valverde, and he finishes out brilliantly. Makes it 1-0. It's a great goal. It's a great goal for Real Madrid. However, it's terrible defending from Barcelona. There was no one marking Federico Valverde. No one from the midfield was marking. Sergio Busquets wasn't marking. Nobody was marking him. And as soon as he gets the ball, and as soon as he's in that kind of space, he's going to finish it brilliantly. On the left side, and it's 1-0 to Real Madrid. And I was like, oh God, what a start this is. What a terrible start this has been. A few minutes later, Messi finds a great through ball. Great cross. He makes a great cross for Jordi Alba, who makes a great pass to Ansu Fati. And Ansu Fati finishes brilliantly to make it 1-1. And at this point, I was very happy. I was very excited. We're back in the game. And it almost felt like a carbon copy of what happened against Sevilla and even against Bayern Munich to a certain extent. And it was going great. And then Messi had some great chances. I remember Casemiro, he made a very strong tackle indeed on Messi. And I really felt like Messi was very decent in the first half. I felt like there was a great chance. I remember Messi, he skinned past Sergio Ramos. He almost scored, and Courtois made a brilliant save on the day. And so that's pretty much the first half. I thought Barcelona were very good in the first half, and simply they didn't take their chances. That's the thing that really annoyed me the most, is that there were good chances. I remember Ansu Fati had a brilliant chance in the second half, I believe. And I remember Coutinho also had a great chance as well. Messi, man. Messi was amazing in the first half, despite the fact he didn't score. Then came the controversial decision of the penalty. And I'll be completely honest right now and just say this right now. Even though I'm a Barcelona fan, I can admit that penalty wasn't a penalty. It wasn't a penalty. Even if I was, like, let's say, a Real Madrid fan or any other fan, I would still say it's not a penalty. I would still say it. Simply because of the fact that Longley pulls. He pulls the shirt. I can admit that it should have been a foul. There should have been a foul, and a free kick should have been given. The game shouldn't have continued. Instead, Ramos basically pulled away from him, and Ramos basically some way dived in some way. He basically fell down to the ground because of that. He got away from the shirt. Longley. I'm probably not explaining this the right way. Anyways, so then basically the referee saw it and he gave a penalty. And I was like, oh my goodness, are you serious? What kind of... This is just embarrassing stuff. And as soon as Sergio Ramos scores, the game was basically almost essentially in Real Madrid's hand. The game kind of shifted because I felt like Barcelona played well up until the penalty. And then as soon as the penalty was scored, it almost seemed like Real Madrid had the grasp of the game and they had the proper game. They were trying to get some time. I remember Messi had a brilliant free kick. Didn't score, of course. And I believe Coutinho had that header. And it almost reminded me what happened earlier this year in March, where Barcelona were very decent in the first half. And the second half, Real Madrid played well, and they got their 2 goals. And it almost reminded me of that. And then Ronald Koeman, he decided to make 4 substitutions. He took off Fati, brought on Griezmann, brought on Trincao, brought on Ousmane Dembélé, brought on Braithwaite. And here's the thing I don't like about this. Why in the earth are you taking so much time to make these substitutions? The substitutions should have happened at least by the 60th minute, the earliest. Instead, you wait until the 80th minute, and at that point, when you're making so many calls like this, so many changes, so many at the same time, almost the same time, it disrupts the game. And because of the disruption, because how disorganized we were defensively, Real Madrid were able to get that goal. Rodrigo makes a great pass to Luka Modric, who dances it brilliantly. He basically does a solo goal. Very, very good finish from him, and Real Madrid wins 3-1. And I'll be honest right now and say this right now. This was such a painful game to watch because I felt like Barcelona deserved more from this game. And I'll be honest with you, props to Real Madrid. They played well. I thought I don't know if I could say they deservedly won this, but I do think ultimately they were the better team for the most of the game. And I feel like Real Madrid, they were good defensively in the first half, despite the fact they conceded that first goal. The first goal Barcelona scored. And I felt like overall they were okay. But I was really disappointed with Barcelona here. So now that I've given you guys a summary of the game, let's go talk about my 3 takeaways from this game. My first takeaway from this game is that Barcelona's defense is not good. That is my first takeaway. And I've said this before time and time again. One of the things I've noticed with the Barcelona's team is that these center backs do not have pace whatsoever. These center backs cannot catch up. I remember Vinicius Jr. was terrorizing. I remember Gerard Piqué. He had to basically allow for corners, and that's not the way to do. We have to stop them actually, because those corners, man, it came dangerous. Real Madrid had a lot of corners in the day. Let's see how many corners. They had 7 corners in the day. And I feel like defensively, we were never able to mark the Real Madrid players. And I feel like they were able to run past us. The only player that I did see that was trying to stop was Serginho Dest. My second takeaway from this game is that Barcelona is very, very wasteful in front of goal. It's very wasteful. And I know that a game against Ferencváros, Barcelona played well. They scored 5 goals. Even still, Barcelona should have scored more than 5. And here in this game, once again, we're seeing how unclinical we are. Against Getafe, we haven't been clinical. Against Sevilla, we haven't been clinical. Barcelona, ever since the Sevilla game, have not been clinical in front of goal. They have been wasteful in front of goal, and they have not been great. And Real Madrid, man, they had a lot of chances in the game as well. And finally, my third takeaway from this game is that these substitutions were made too late. These substitutions were made too late. It should never be in the 80th minute. It should only that's too late in the game. It doesn't make a difference whatsoever. Okay. So, like I said before, guys, I'm disappointed. Honestly, this whole performance for me was disappointing. I feel like Barcelona deserves a little bit more from this game. At the same time, though, the second half, I thought Real Madrid were better, and overall, they take the 3 points. And so Zinedine Zidane, his record at the Camp Nou continues to be undefeated. He has won 3 games here and drawn 6. He has never lost at the Camp Nou. An incredible stat indeed. And so, yeah, like I said before, guys, this is all there is to it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm sure there's more I could discuss about. I personally think the referees I personally think there should have been some penalties given to Barcelona. I think there was one big penalty on. I think there's a foul in the box someone fouled Messi in the box. Should have been a penalty. And then the Rafael Varane I think the Rafael Varane handball, that shouldn't have been I don't think it's a handball because I feel like that was made by Sergio Ramos, who passed it. So regardless, though, Barcelona were not good enough to warrant the 3 points, and I don't even think they were that good enough to even warrant a single point on the game. So, yeah, like I said before, guys, it's a disappointing performance. So let me know what you guys think below in the comments below. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And also, remember to check out the description below. You guys can hit me up on your social media platforms. There's going to be many links below, and you guys can connect to my friends and me personally. And so, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.